When a Shopify store starts behaving unpredictably, most people blame the obvious thing. They blame Shopify. They say the platform is slow. They say checkout is buggy. They say apps don't work well together. They say Shopify, inbuilt for scale. And on the surface, that explanation feels comforting, because if Shopify is the problem, then the solution is external. It's not your fault. You just picked the wrong platform. But here's the truth most people don't want to confront. In the vast majority of cases, Shopify is not the problem. The problem is what Shopify is sitting on. A Shopify store is not a single system. It's a network of systems talking to each other in real time. Your storefront, your databases, your content delivery, your analytics, your email tools, your ad pixels, your payment processing, your third-party apps, all of these have to work together, simultaneously, without friction. When they don't, Shopify becomes the scapegoat. Think of it like this. Imagine a high-performance car. Powerful engine, advanced electronics, precision engineering. Now imagine driving that car on a cracked, uneven road full of potholes. The problem isn't the car. It's the road. Shopify is the engine. Infrastructure is the road. When the road is unstable, even the best engine feels unreliable. This is why so many Shopify sellers experience issues that feel random. One day ads perform, the next day they don't. One day checkout feels smooth, the next day it lags. One campaign converts, another identical one fails, and because the foundation is invisible, people chase surface-level fixes. They change themes, they remove apps, they redesign pages, they blame traffic quality. Sometimes those changes help temporarily, but the underlying instability remains. Infrastructure problems don't announce themselves clearly. They don't send alerts that say, "Hey, your foundation is holding you back." They show up as uncertainty. Uncertainty in data, uncertainty in performance, uncertainty in decisions, and uncertainty is deadly in business. When you can't trust your system, you can't trust your results. And when you can't trust your results, you hesitate, you pull back, you second guess. This is why the Shopify stores can look identical on the surface and perform completely differently. Same theme, same products, same ad strategy. But one scales smoothly and the other constantly struggles. The difference isn't talent or luck, it's foundation. Professional Shopify brands understand something early. Reliability is not a luxury, it's a requirement. They don't wait for checkout failures or traffic spikes to force upgrades. They assume pressure is coming and prepare for it in advance. That's why infrastructure decisions are made proactively, not reactively. Platforms like Kinsta exist because businesses outgrow fragile foundations. Kinsta focuses on performance consistency, uptime stability, and predictable behavior under load. That last part is critical, predictability. When your infrastructure is predictable, you can actually run a business instead of firefighting. You know that if traffic doubles, your store won't panic. You know that if a campaign works, you can scale it confidently. You know that launches won't turn into stress tests. That confidence changes how you operate. Instead of asking, "Will this break my store?" you ask, "How far can I push this?" And that shift alone separates businesses that plateau from businesses that compound. One of the most overlooked aspects of infrastructure is how it affects customer psychology. Customers don't analyze server performance. They don't diagnose backend issues. They just feel the experience. If a site feels smooth, fast, and reliable, they trust it. If it feels slow, glitchy, or inconsistent, they hesitate. And hesitation kills conversions far more effectively than bad design ever could. This is why Shopify often gets blamed unfairly. Shopify does what it's designed to do, but it assumes the environment around it is solid. When that environment is weak, Shopify looks unstable. Even when it isn't, Kinsta strengthens that environment by running on premium Google Cloud infrastructure, by isolating resources properly, and by focusing on performance under real-world conditions. It removes many of the hidden variables that cause instability. And here's the part most people miss. Infrastructure doesn't just affect performance. It affects behavior. When your foundation is weak, you build cautiously. When your foundation is strong, you build boldly. That difference compounds over time. Bold businesses launch faster. They test more aggressively. They scale what works instead of protecting what's fragile. If Shopify feels inconsistent or unreliable to you, it's worth asking a harder question. Is the platform really failing? Or is the foundation underneath it struggling to keep up? Because once you fix the foundation, Shopify often stops feeling like the problem at all. It starts feeling like what it was meant to be, a powerful engine that finally has a road worthy of it.